Today, we're going to show you 17 automotive masterpieces that history somehow forgot. Number 1. 1931 Cord L29 Cabriolet. Imagine cruising down a street in 1931 and spotting something that looks like it came from the future, a car with no hump running through the floor. That's exactly what happened when the revolutionary Cord L29 made its debut as America's first front-wheel drive production car. While everyone was talking about Cadillacs and Packards, engineer Errit Laban Cord was quietly changing the game of automotive design. The L29's genius wasn't just in its technical innovation, it was how that innovation transformed the car's entire appearance. Without needing a drive shaft, the Cord sat dramatically closer to the ground than anything else on the road. Other luxury cars suddenly looked like towering relics compared to this sleek, ground-hugging beauty cruising by at speeds approaching 100 miles per hour. Number 2. 1934 Packard 12 Individual Custom Convertible Victoria. While the L29's innovation focused on engineering breakthroughs, what about luxury that defied economic reality? Imagine a car that cost more than an entire house during the Great Depression, a vehicle so extravagant that its leather upholstery came only from young cattle raised in fields without barbed wire. This wasn't just a car, it was the 1934 Packard 12. At a staggering $7,000 when the average home cost $5,900, the Packard 12 Individual Custom Convertible Victoria represented automotive excess at its finest. What made this price tag even more astonishing was its timing, right when millions of Americans couldn't afford basic necessities. The heart of this rolling masterpiece was its magnificent V12 engine. Producing 160 horsepower, each engine was assembled with such extraordinary precision that engineers could perform a remarkable party trick, balancing a nickel on its edge atop the engine while it ran at full throttle without the coin toppling over. Number 3. 1939 Cadillac Series 75 Convertible Coupe. As Packard's craftsmen perfected their automotive masterpieces, Cadillac was preparing to unveil what would become the swan song of America's grand pre-war era. The 1939 Cadillac Series 75 Convertible Coupe wasn't just rare, it was practically mythical. With only 7 examples ever built, this magnificent machine represented the pinnacle of pre-war American luxury just before global conflict would forever change automotive manufacturing. What made the Series 75 truly exceptional was its breathtaking proportions. Stretching across a massive 141-inch wheelbase, nearly 2 feet longer than today's Escalade, this automotive giant provided the perfect canvas for those flowing fenders and dramatically long hood that became hallmarks of pre-war design. Imagine seeing one of these behemoths cruising down your street. It would have been like watching a land yacht glide by. Under that endless hood sat an engineering marvel, a 346 cubic inch V8 engine renowned for its velvety operation. Cadillac was so confident in its smoothness that their advertisements actually challenged owners to set a glass of water on the running engine without spilling a single drop. This wasn't just marketing hyperbole, it demonstrated the remarkable refinement these machines achieved. Number 4. 1937 Cord 812 Supercharged Phaeton. While America's luxury brands were crafting refined automobiles, a radical vision was taking shape that would challenge every convention of automotive design. The 1937 Cord 812. Supercharged Phaeton wasn't just different, it was otherworldly. Imagine attending an auto show in the late 1930s and seeing something so revolutionary that people actually climbed on top of other displays just to catch a glimpse. This wasn't just automotive evolution, this was a complete reinvention of what a car could be. The brilliant mind behind this rolling sculpture was Gordon Buehrig, whose streamlined vision eliminated traditional running boards and introduced hidden headlights that cranked up when needed. The front hinged hood opened from the rear, just one of many features that made onlookers do a double take. Perhaps most distinctive were those external exhaust pipes snaking out from the hood, the telltale signature of the supercharged version. Number 5. 1935, Lincoln K convertible roadster. While the Cord 812 represented America's automotive future, another legend was quietly transporting the nation's elite. What kind of vehicle was prestigious enough to chauffeur presidents before Air Force One became the symbol of presidential travel? The Lincoln K convertible roadster wasn't just another luxury car. It was a rolling statement of American power. In an astonishing display of exclusivity during the Great Depression, Ford's luxury division produced only 25 Lincoln K convertible roadsters in 1935. The same year, the company sold over 820,000 regular cars to everyday Americans. This staggering contrast highlighted the K's position as the ultimate status symbol for the nation's most influential figures, including President Franklin D. Roosevelt himself. Number 6. 1933, Chrysler CL Imperial Dual Windshield Phaeton. While European luxury manufacturers were setting the standard across the Atlantic, there was something extraordinary happening in Detroit during the darkest days of the Great Depression. Imagine a car so extravagant that it cost more than 2 years' salary for the average American worker at a time when bread lines stretched around city blocks. That's exactly what Chrysler created with their 1933 Imperial Dual Windshield Phaeton. This wasn't just any luxury car. It was American automotive royalty crafted by the prestigious coach builder Lee Barron. What made it truly special? How about the dual windshields, one for front passengers and another for those in the rear, creating a visual drama that nothing else on American roads could match? Under that elegant hood lurked a high-compression straight-8 engine producing a robust 125 horsepower. But the real genius was in the details. Chrysler's innovative floating power engine mounts isolated vibrations from the chassis, delivering a ride smoothness that left competitors' mechanical mounts feeling primitive by comparison. Number 7. 1937 Jaguar SS 103.5-liter Roadster. While the Imperial Phaeton remains a unicorn of American luxury, across the Atlantic Ocean lurked a British speedster that would establish the DNA for decades of sports cars to come. What we now know as Jaguar began life with a far less marketable name, the Swallow Sidecar Company, later abbreviated to simply SS. Remember the days when hitting 100 miles per hour was a serious achievement? The 1937 SS 100 wasn't just named aspirationally. That number represented its guaranteed top speed, verified before delivery. Powered by a 3.5-liter straight-six producing 125 horsepower, this British beauty could outrun vehicles costing 3 times as much. The SS 100's perfect proportions, those sweeping fenders, that long bonnet, and the abbreviated rear deck, created a visual template that later inspired everything from the legendary E-Type to countless other British sports cars. This wasn't just a pretty face, though. The SS 100 established itself in competition, building a racing pedigree that helped define Jaguar's sporting identity. Number 8. 1935 Mercedes-Benz 500K Special Roadster. While the British were pushing speed with their SS 100, across the continent, Germany was creating automotive royalty. The 1935 Mercedes-Benz 500K Special Roadster wasn't just a car. It was the ultimate symbol of pre-war European opulence. Why would someone pay the equivalent of 40 Volkswagen Beetles for one automobile? Because nothing else conveyed status quite like this hand-built masterpiece. What made these cars truly special was their bespoke nature. Each of the fewer than 30 examples featured distinct coachwork with unique design elements, streamlined bodies with elegant flowing lines that emphasized both beauty and aerodynamics. No two special roadsters left the factory exactly alike, representing the pinnacle of true coach building before mass production took over. Beneath that stunning exterior lurked an engineering marvel, a supercharged 5.0-liter straight-8 engine that delivered exhilarating performance. When drivers pressed the accelerator to the floor, the supercharger engaged with a distinctive roar that announced the car's presence before it was even visible. Number 9. 1936 Lanchester Straight 8. European royalty certainly had their pick of automotive excellence in the 1930s, but there's one prestigious mark that served the British royal family faithfully while remaining virtually invisible to modern car enthusiasts. The Lanchester Straight 8 represented British engineering brilliance that somehow slipped through the cracks of automotive memory. Have you ever heard of Frederick Lanchester? This automotive genius pioneered vehicle technologies that competitors wouldn't adopt until decades later. His crowning achievement, the Straight 8, featured an engine so perfectly balanced you'd struggle to detect even the slightest vibration. A mechanical symphony that rivaled anything from more famous manufacturers. What made the Lanchester truly special wasn't just its silky smooth power plant, but innovations like torsion bar suspension and pre-selector gearbox technology that provided a driving experience far ahead of its time. The car's distinctive styling featured an upright radiator and flowing fenders that created an unmistakable profile, while inside, passengers enjoyed luxurious appointments that could make Rolls-Royce owners question their purchase decisions. Number 10, 1936 Cadillac Series 3690 V16. While British royalty cherished their Lanchesters across the Atlantic, Cadillac was crafting something even more audacious. Ever wonder what happens when engineers are given unlimited resources and told to build the finest automobile possible, regardless of cost? The 1936 Cadillac Series 3690 V16 was the answer to that question. This wasn't just any luxury car, it was America's engineering masterpiece. The second-generation V16 engine introduced in 1936 featured an innovative 135-degree bank angle that allowed it to remain remarkably compact despite its massive 452 cubic inch displacement. This engineering marvel produced 185 horsepower and ran with a smoothness that made competitors' engines feel downright primitive by comparison. What made these cars truly special was their exclusivity. Each V16 Cadillac was essentially a bespoke creation, with buyers able to choose from an astonishing 124 different body styles and combinations. No wonder almost every example was unique. It's like having a custom-tailored suit compared to something off the rack, except this suit could cruise effortlessly at highway speeds with 16 cylinders purring under that mile-long hood. Number 11, 1934 Hispano-Suiza K6. While Cadillac's V16 struggled in the Depression-era market across the Atlantic, European royalty was embracing a machine that redefined automotive exclusivity. The 1934 Hispano-Suiza K6 might be the most magnificent car you've never heard of. Founded in 1904 by Swiss engineer Marc Burkigt, Hispano-Suiza combined Spanish passion with Swiss precision to create vehicles that became the ultimate status symbols. What separated the K6 from other luxury cars wasn't just its incredible craftsmanship, it was the technology beneath that gleaming hood. The 6.0-liter straight-six engine wasn't developed in some automotive laboratory. It evolved directly from the company's aircraft engines, delivering power with a smoothness that left competitors in awe. Ever notice how certain cars have hood ornaments that just make you smile? The K6's flying stork wasn't just decorative, it told a story. This distinctive mascot honored Georges Guynemer, a legendary French flying ace from World War I, connecting each automobile to Hispano-Suiza's proud aviation heritage. Number 12, Marmon V16 Victoria. While Cadillac's V16 struggled in Depression-era America across the Atlantic, a different kind of automotive royalty was flourishing. Back in America, though, an unsung automotive pioneer was making history. Howard Marmon wasn't just creating another luxury automobile, he was engineering what many consider Detroit's greatest forgotten masterpiece. Marmon poured over $1 million into developing something revolutionary, an all-aluminum V16 engine. This wasn't just throwing money at prestige, it was engineering genius. The lightweight construction gave the Marmon V16 a significant advantage over Cadillac's heavier cast-iron engine, allowing it to reach speeds above 100 miles per hour when most cars struggled to hit 60. The Victoria Coupe body style perfectly complemented this engineering marvel. With its gracefully sloping rear end and clean, uncluttered lines, the Marmon V16 wasn't just technically impressive, it was gorgeous. The styling perfectly balanced elegance with a hint of sportiness, setting it apart from other luxury offerings of the day. But timing is everything in business. When the Marmon V16 hit showrooms, America was spiraling into financial chaos. Despite its technical brilliance, only 390 examples were built before the company folded in 1933, swallowed by the economic realities of the Great Depression. Number 13, 1935, Duesenberg Model S.J. Marmon Meteor Speedster. Just as the Great Depression was crushing luxury car manufacturers, one American speed demon was breaking records that would stand for nearly 3 decades. Ever wondered what it would be like to commute in a car that could hit 160 miles per hour when most vehicles struggled to reach 70? Ab Jenkins didn't just imagine it, he lived it with his Marmon Meteor, perhaps the most extreme case of race on Sunday, drive to work on Monday in automotive history. This wasn't just any Duesenberg. The Marmon Meteor featured a streamlined body by J. Herbert Newport with a distinctive tail fin designed specifically for cheating the wind on Utah's Bonneville salt flats. Under its aerodynamic hood lurked a supercharged straight-eight monster producing a mind-blowing 400 horsepower, about 4 times what a typical car of the era could manage. What made the Marmon Meteor truly unique wasn't just its blistering 24-hour average speed record of 135.57 miles per hour, it was Jenkins's decision to transform this purpose-built race car into his daily driver. After its racing glory days, he simply added fenders, headlights, and a passenger seat before casually cruising around Salt Lake City in what remained the fastest American car on the road. Number 14, 1935, Auburn 851, South Carolina. As remarkable as Jenkins's record-smashing race car was, another Depression-era beauty was quietly making history in its own right. Did you know that during America's darkest financial hour, a struggling car company created a supercharged masterpiece so special they certified its blazing speed with a dashboard plaque, yet priced it so low it spelled their own doom? Meet the 1935 Auburn 851 SC, the swan song of a dying company. What made this car truly special wasn't just its blistering performance, it was the artistry behind it. Designer Gordon Buehrig created something magical with its boat-tail styling. Those gracefully tapered rear ends, elegant pontoon fenders, and that rakish windshield didn't just look beautiful, they created an automotive profile that car enthusiasts still instantly recognize nearly a century later. Under that sculpted hood lurked a Lycoming straight-eight engine with a Schweitzer Cummins supercharger that pumped out 150 horsepower. This wasn't just impressive on paper. Each Auburn 851 SC had to prove itself by exceeding 100 miles per hour during factory testing. The company was so proud of this achievement that every car left the factory with a dash-mounted plaque certifying its performance. Number 15, 1936, Talbot Lago T150C Lago Special. If you think American cars were impressive, wait until you see what was happening across the Atlantic. While E.L. Cord's automotive empire was making its last stand, French manufacturer Talbot Lago was quietly creating what many consider the most beautiful pre-war automobile ever built. A car so visually stunning that collectors willingly pay over $4 million for one today. What makes the Talbot Lago T150C so special? It starts with the breathtaking teardrop bodywork by Fagoni et Falaschi. Joseph Fagoni transformed the T150C chassis into pure rolling sculpture with voluptuous curves and perfect proportions that create an illusion of motion even when the car is standing still. These weren't just pretty faces either. Beneath that stunning exterior sat a powerful 4.0-liter inline-six engine with triple carburetors producing 140 horsepower. Number 16, 1929 to 1933, Ruxton Model C. While European carmakers were perfecting artistic expression, a quiet revolution was brewing back in America. Did you know There was once a car so forward-thinking in its engineering that it sat a full 10 inches lower than every luxury competitor, yet almost completely vanished from our collective memory. The Ruxton Model C, created by New Era Motors, wasn't just another pretty face. It was a genuine automotive pioneer that deserves far more recognition than it gets. William Moeller, the engineer behind this groundbreaking vehicle, designed a front-wheel drive system that eliminated the need for a traditional drive shaft. This clever engineering trick allowed the Ruxton to achieve its remarkably low profile of just 62 inches, giving it a sleek, ground-hugging stance that made other luxury cars of the era look positively top-heavy by comparison. Number 17, 1938 Delahaye 135 MS. While American designers focused on visual drama through bold color schemes across the Atlantic, the French were writing an entirely different automotive story. The 1938 Delahaye 135 MS wasn't just transportation, it was moving poetry, a testament to France's defiant artistic spirit even as war clouds gathered over Europe. What made this car truly remarkable was its dual personality. By day, it could dominate the Monte Carlo Rally or endure the punishing 24 hours of Le Mans, and by evening, the same chassis could win prestigious Concours d'Elegance events. Beneath that sensuous exterior lurked serious performance credentials. The 135 MS, those letters standing for Modifié Spécial, packed a triple carburetor 3.6-liter inline-six delivering 160 horsepower, impressive muscle that perfectly complemented its breathtaking appearance. When coach builders like Figoni et Falaschi got their hands on a Delahaye chassis, magic happened. Their flowing teardrop shapes and aerodynamic fenders weren't just beautiful, they were revolutionary, turning automotive design into high art.